Teenager cuts class, so his own father demands the boy put on boxing gloves so he can serve up a little discipline. Now, I have a warning. Some viewers may be disturbed by this video, which the father himself posted on Facebook. Take a look.
Today, he walked out of the teacher's class, and granted, I know teachers be f***ed up, so I let him know he could walk out of class. But call me, so I'm on your side. All day went by, he didn't call. So now, it's discipline time. Discipline for not following my directions. Secondly, teaching him how to defend himself. Come on, put them gloves on, let's go. You want to cut up in school? This is what you got to deal with coming home. Let's go. Yeah, you got to watch. You can't come in there with your eyes closed. You know that. I done told you that. That's what the jab for. The jab is to hide the punch. You want to cut up and disrespect and talk shit to teachers, they got to come home with that. Got you leaking now, don't it? Hey, y'all. This what happened when I cut up with y'all. Hey, let them know. Let them know. Tell your teacher you sorry.
I'm sorry for getting up and walking out of the class.
Now, that video went viral. The father was arrested. The son removed from the home. Our producer spoke with the father. He says he's unable to comment at this time. Back with Sarah, Troy, Bobby. Now, Bobby, the father says he was disciplining the son. What do you think?
You know, it's a difficult position for me to be in because I've dealt with a lot of cases where there's complete lack of parenting. And, you know, when someone does something like this and they overstep the bounds possibly of parenting, it's really difficult for me because I've seen too many places and too many children nowadays that don't have any parent in the home. And I have friends and family that are teachers.
So you're defending the dad.
Deal with this. You know, I'm not defending how he did it. I think that the fact that he took the video and even posted it on YouTube makes this whole situation more about him than the child. But it's really difficult for me.
Troy, what if it was not boxing gloves? What if they got in a 4-point stance and they were practicing blocking and the dad got very aggressive and said, you know, think about things you do, and was just sort of while he was being aggressive with the child in play. It was because it's not the dad took out a weapon and started beating the kid and left the kid defenseless. Because I'm having a strange reaction to this thing. The #1 experience of abuse is powerlessness. And he didn't leave the kid powerless. He gave him a pair of gloves. Now, it's unfair, and you can call all kinds of things. I'm not saying it's okay what he did, but I'm saying it's not the usual things we see that makes us so upset when parents discipline with aggression.
Well, clearly he's not the father of the year. But, you know, in the law, when somebody attacks somebody, even with gloves that's not in a sanctioned or agreed upon fight, we call that assault with a deadly weapon.
Well, right. Now, why would it have been different, Sarah, if he were, let's say he's in a gas station and some guy needs discipline, he disciplines the guy in the pump next to him. Well, I mean, we would call that assault.
Yeah, and you know what? Before the trouble I have with this is that before we even get to whether it's abuse or, you know, corporal discipline or abuse, it's not even the sport. He's twice the kid's size. The kid doesn't have headgear on. He really can't defend himself. Boxing is not about leaving your opponent.
So it's really more about the
blood.
child's safety that's putting the child at risk of really an unsafe environment. All right, I'm going to bring in a friend of the father. On the phone, it's his best friend, Leo Curtis. Leo, why this? Why did he choose to do something so violent?
First off, I have to rebuttal that he definitely wasn't being violent with them, per se, because I used to live with them for almost 2 years. And I've watched the discipline go from punishment to taking things away to even the traditional spanking. And it did nothing for him. I mean, he basically just kind of infused the problem. But I'll be honest with you, I boxed pretty much all my life. And by watching them, I suggested to him that I learned a lot from being a boxer. I learned a lot from the discipline that was involved in it. I learned a lot from the routines that were involved in it. And it also taught me respect as well.
But Leo, to be fair, I get what you're saying. But what you would argue, Sarah, is that isn't boxing.
That isn't boxing. And by the way, Leo, I box too with the dudes, not with the chicks. And you know what? That's not boxing. You don't leave your opponent bloody. It's not about being twice the size of your opponent. A child, he's still a 17-year-old boy with no headgear. And you know, somehow he seems to write this off as like, we're a boxing family. That's what we do in the house. We horse around with our boxing gloves. But this is, you know, do you spar and talk to your opponent? Do you have a conversation about why you're pissed off at your opponent?
Not necessarily, but
All
I'll be
right.
honest. I'll be honest with you.
Please.
Okay, I'll be completely honest with you. You can ask him, the child himself, and he actually prefers this method. The spankings was something that he basically ignored. I mean, taking away in punishment and keeping him from going outside didn't do anything. And to be honest with you, I guess he had some built-up aggression where he likes this particular method of discipline, shall I say. I mean, just being an uncle to him, I've watched his grades change in a matter of a year where he's an honor roll student. From where he missed 250 days from the previous year. He's a different kid today. Now, it may not work for you or the standards of where you come from, but I'll be honest with you. I've seen him become a grown man in a year.
You know,
He respects his dad more.
Hold on,
and he
Leo.
asks for this. He has a choice.
Leo, hold on 1 second. Go ahead.
The dad is upset that the kid didn't call him so the dad could be part of a lie with the school. This wasn't about teaching the kid to do the right thing and to stand up for yourself and to be an honorable, good person. The dad was upset that the kid got caught and that he didn't call his father so his father could cover for him. What kind of...
I got a break.
This is crazy.
It gets a little muddy here. Now, the father posts another video, and he addresses the boxing controversy, this time with the son in the video. You'll see it here when we come back.